assembly, and I'm actually sat in our beautiful nurturing room at the moment, as you can see behind me. I'm just going to share my PowerPoint with you so you can see. Okay, so this is I think our third nurturing principle that we're looking at out of the 6 this week. Let's have a little look to see. There they are, the 6 principles of nurture. Okay. Last week, the week before last, we thought about children's learning as understood developmentally. We've looked at the importance of transition in children's lives. All behaviour is communication. Language is vital as a mean of communication, and the importance of nurture for the development of well-being. And this week, we're thinking about the classroom offers a safe base. So that means that we have a safe place to be. It is really important for all of us to feel safe at all times. And I know at the moment, some of us aren't feeling as safe as we might do because of our situation around us. But in school, teachers are helping and staff are helping to make you feel really safe in lots of different ways. Okay, and one of those ways is obviously that we're washing our hands a lot more and using sanitizer all the time, just to make sure that we're safe in a different way. Okay, when we are safe, we're able to talk about our feelings and say when we're upset. We also know that we're not going to be hurt in any way, and we can feel calm when we're safe. And we know that there's not going to be lots of changes happening in our life. And again, there have been lots of changes. We have spent quite a lot more time at home than we would normally. But hopefully, now we've come back to school, things can be a little bit more normal than they were before. Now in school, apart from the hand washing and sanitising and keeping bubbles on their own, and there are lots of other ways that adults help us to feel safe as well. We have our rules, which I know we've talked about quite a lot in the last couple of weeks, and consequences, and everybody in school follows those, no matter who we are. We know which rewards we get if we do something really well, and we also know what will happen if we make the wrong choice. What we can expect from all of the teachers in our school is that they'll all talk to us and use positive words when they're speaking. They're going to say and do the same things every day, so we know what to expect from them and we know how they're going to respond in different situations. Everybody's classroom will have a routine. Now, as you know, we've got really lots and lots of timetables in place at the moment so that everybody gets a turn to play in certain areas of the school and everybody gets some time outside and everybody has their lunch. And everybody has their own routine within the classroom. And the reason for this is so that we know things are going to be the same every day, and it helps us to know what's going to happen next. All of our classrooms have a timetable to remind us of these things, and I'm sure that your teacher will show you where your timetable is now if you haven't already seen it. In terms of the big site, the whole school, the main gates of our school are locked in the day, and all visitors that come to school have to press the buzzer and speak to the office so that they can be let in. So all of the time, we know which grown-ups are in school. We also know that if there are visitors to the school that don't normally come, they must wear a badge. So if you see somebody that you don't know without a badge on, you need to check to make sure we know who they are. During our first meeting back at school, all of the teachers talked really closely about what we need to do in our classrooms to make them a safe place. And we've talked about rules, and we've talked about consequences, and we talked about visual timetables. But another thing that we talked about is that if you are angry or upset, or things are a little bit too much, in everybody's classroom, there should be a very safe and quiet place where we can go and have a little calm down and just to think about the way we're feeling and think about what we're going to do to help ourselves feel better. I'm sure your teacher will talk a little bit more about that and how it looks in your classroom after this assembly. Okay, and in line with that, what I'd like everybody to do this week, I've got a little task for you, is I want you to talk as the class about all the things that are in your room that I maybe have talked about today that actually make you feel safe. And perhaps decide, if you haven't done already, which is your safe place. What is the safe area in your room? Where is it? And what's in there to help you if you're maybe upset or finding things a bit tricky? What could you do in that area? Is there anything that you'd like to add as a class, or maybe something that you've got that works really well that you'd like to share with everyone else? I'm going to try and pop in on all school counsellors at some point next week. And maybe you can give me a little bit of feedback and I can talk about that in our assembly next week. Thank you all for listening. It is time for us now to say our assembly prayer together. Diolch I ti am ei byd. Diolch am ei ffrindiau. I gyd. Amen. It's been lovely to see you all again. I'll catch up with you in the week. Have a lovely, lovely day. Dabble chi.